Building Safely: Why Compliance Matters. Brought to you by the Safety Codes Council.
When you think about permits, codes, drawings, and inspections, it might feel like a lot of paperwork, but there's a reason for all of it: safety. In construction, compliance means following the rules set out in the Safety Codes Act and the National Building Code Alberta Edition to make sure buildings and systems are legal, reliable, and safe. And it matters because the decisions you make on site don't just affect your schedule, they affect real people. The family that moves in, the tradesperson working in the attic, or the neighbor next door.
The Safety Codes Act: what it covers.
The Safety Codes Act is the legislation in Alberta that sets out rules for how buildings, systems, and construction work must be done. It covers things like building structure and fire safety, electrical, plumbing, gas, and HVAC systems, emergency exits and smoke alarms, energy efficiency and insulation, accessibility and health standards. It applies to new construction, renovations, additions, and even some types of maintenance. This act is enforced by trained and certified safety codes officers who review plans, issue permits, and inspect work during and after construction. If your project needs a permit, it falls under the Safety Codes Act, and that means it must meet the applicable codes and standards.
What happens when work doesn't meet code?
When construction doesn't comply with the code, it puts people and property at risk. Let's look at some real-world examples.
Purchasing a gazebo online.
Say you order a prefabricated gazebo or backyard structure from an online retailer. It looks great, the price is right, and it's shipped straight to your door. But when you apply for a permit, the municipality says it can't be approved, at least not yet. Why? Because the structure doesn't meet the Canadian safety standards. If the gazebo was designed and manufactured overseas, it may not meet the snow load, wind resistance, or anchoring requirements in the National Building Code Alberta Edition. Even if the box says it's rated for 4 seasons, that might not mean a Canadian winter. That's why it's always important to 1. Confirm local requirements before you buy or build. 2. Make sure products are approved for use in Canada. And 3. Ask questions if you're not sure what's allowed in your municipality. In the end, compliance starts long before the first nail is driven. It starts with smart planning and informed choices.
How the permit and inspection system keeps us safe.
The permit system isn't just there to slow things down. It's a safety filter built into the construction process. Here's how it works. You submit your drawings and documents to show what you plan to build. Plan reviewers check your application meets bylaw and the rules in the code. And if everything is in order, a permit is issued. You read your conditions of approval and you can begin work. Inspections are required at key stages to make sure the work is done as planned and meets code. And corrections can be made before things are closed in, saving time, money, and potential hazards down the road. Each step of this process helps catch issues before they become safety risks.
Everyone has a role to play.
Whether you're a homeowner, a builder, or a tradesperson, you are part of the safety system. Homeowners need to know when a permit is required and hire qualified, certified professionals. Designers, engineers, and energy advisors need to provide accurate, code-compliant documentation. Builders and tradespeople must follow the approved plans, call for inspections, and fix deficiencies when needed. Municipalities and safety codes officers are there to review, inspect, and help make sure everything is built to standard. When everyone does their part, the system works.
Why this is more important than ever.
Building codes aren't static. They're updated to reflect new research, new materials, and new risks. For example, energy codes like Section 9.36 are becoming more detailed with new tiers of efficiency. Fire separation, air barrier, moisture control, and accessibility are all being more tightly regulated. That means builders and renovators need to keep learning. The more informed you are, the better decisions you'll make and the fewer problems you'll face.
What you can do to build safely.
Here's how you can stay on the right track. Talk to your municipality before starting any work. Find out what permits and inspections are required. Submit complete, accurate plans and documentation. Use certified trades and professionals where needed. Book inspections on time and fix any deficiencies properly. And ask questions if you're not sure. Your local permitting office and safety codes officers are there to help.
Summary: compliance builds trust, safety, and success.
Everything we've talked about in earlier videos, drawings, documents, planning, and permits, all connect back to compliance. Not to slow you down, but to protect what matters most: the safety of your clients and crew, the durability of your work, the trust of your buyers, and the success of your project. When you follow the code, you're building more than just walls. You're building safely, legally, and responsibly, for today and for the future. And remember that if you are unsure or want more information, please contact your local municipality. Speak to the authority having jurisdiction. They are there to help point you in the right direction.